You're watching ABC4 News.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about a topic that is really top of mind for all of us, this pandemic and Utah's economy. Today, Lance Stoff is joining us from Workforce Services. So, Lance, let's get right to the question that a lot of us know, but we need you to talk about the details. How has this pandemic impacted Utah's economy?
Well, over 300,000 Utahns have applied for unemployment in the last 7 months, and that is, compared to the last 5 years, that's more than that have applied for that in the last 5 years. So we went from 2.5% unemployment all the way to a peak of 10.4. But the good news is that we are on the road to recovery. We're now currently at a 5% unemployment rate, which is 7th in the nation.
Which is still a little frustrating. We're hoping that that can get better. Let's talk about what people can do if they've been receiving those benefits since this all began, and those will be expiring soon. So what are some of the resources out there for people who really need some help?
Right, so those do expire soon. By the end of the year, there is currently a federal pandemic extension. So what we want to avoid are individuals that lose benefits and don't have a job. So that's what we're trying to avoid with what we've put in place. Department of Workforce Services has created a Utah job support campaign along with a hot job search tool. So what this does is it gets employers that are hiring right now in touch with those that are looking for work.
Which there are jobs out there, which is the good thing for people who might need something to do, but it might not necessarily be in somebody's industry. So what would be the advice you give to a person that needs a job? There are some available, but it isn't exactly what they're looking for.
Right, and that is the situation. There are some industries that are not bouncing back as quickly as others. So this is an opportunity where you may have to change industries. So what this Hot Jobs tool is that we have collaborated with industry groups, major industry groups, such as information technology, construction, life sciences, and jobs that are in demand, such as customer service, warehouse. So that takes the guesswork out of where are the jobs. I need to change it to a different industry. What do I do? Well, this tool allows you to know how to get into those industries and what jobs you get hired for today.
So the reality is, if you need a job, there are jobs out there, they just might not be exactly what you're looking for. Let's talk about this virtual job fair and the website. Really, so many resources that you have that are so easy to touch into right now.
Right. So in addition to the Hot Jobs search tool it's on jobs.utah.gov, we do have a virtual job fair this Thursday, the 29th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You do have to pre-register for that. But this is a way you can, from the convenience and safety of your own home, you can converse with employers that are hiring right now. Over 100 employers will be at this job fair. And from your smartphone or tablet or computer, you can interact with employers that are hiring.
Awesome. So many great resources. So